Welcome back, everyone. Today, Alex and I are discussing a pretty interesting analogy. Alex had an experience with a barbershop that left their open sign on but wasn't actually open. It got us thinking about how this relates to businesses that accept job applications but fail to follow up with the applicants. Let's dive into it. Alex, can you start by sharing more about your experience and how it sparked this topic?
Yeah, Tyler. So I was just driving through a small town in northern North Carolina, and I realized I needed to get a quick trim. Saw a barbershop was open. They had their open sign outside on the street corner. So I pulled off and then walked up, tried to open the door, was locked, realized, oh, they have the open sign out, but they're not actually open. And as I was walking back to the car, I got to think about, gosh, this is a really disappointing experience. Clearly, this is not good for the business's brand. Sure, I'm just passing through town, but for the people that do live in town, there's multiple barbershops. I passed another one on the way out of the town. That one had a closed sign, or was closed, and had a sign outside that said closed. I got to believe there's a certain contingency of people that are just not going to go to the barbershop that can't manage their open sign. And then weirdly, I just started thinking, man, this is a really similar kind of feeling I imagine that candidates get when they apply for a job, and then they just hear nothing back from the companies that they apply to.
Absolutely, Alex. That makes a lot of sense. Just like the disappointment you felt when the barbershop wasn't actually open, job applicants can feel a similar letdown when they put in the effort to apply, only to be met with silence. It's not just about missing out on a trim, it's about what that experience does to the business's reputation. So, how do you think businesses can better manage these expectations and ensure they don't leave candidates or potential customers feeling the way you did with that barbershop?
Yeah, I think that the thing to remember is that it's not the fact that I walked up and thought they were open and they were closed. It's the negative emotional association that I'll have forever with that particular location in that barbershop. And so why this is relevant is that often companies need to recruit from the same candidate pools. And if they are shrinking that pool by having the candidates in it basically say, I'm never going to work for that company. I don't want anything to do with that brand. By giving those candidates a negative experience that then causes that kind of reaction, they shrink their candidate pools and thereby really shrink the prospects of growing their business and maybe force a kind of stagnation on themselves.
That's a profound point, Alex. This isn't just about one missed opportunity. It's about the long-term impact on the company's reputation and potential growth. It's like they're shrinking their own talent pool by providing a poor candidate experience. And I guess in the same way, the barbershop might lose potential customers because of the negative association you now have with them. So how can businesses avoid creating this negative experience for job candidates?
I think that there's a lot of ways that candidate experience can go wrong. But what is the one thing that we need to consider? And I talk about this over and over again, but it's mindset. Are we focused on the candidate experience, or are we focused on our own problems, our own experience? And I think too often business leaders are focused on their own problems when they're going to market with an opportunity. And just by shifting their mindset and starting to think about the candidate experience, they're going to avoid things that they might otherwise, incurring negative candidate experiences they might otherwise have than something to cause. Going back, I think that what's another tactical thing that a business can do? Boy, auto respond on new applicants is a great one. Hey, we received your message, and someone is going to get back to you in a set amount of time. And I think, and then one last kind of idea on this is don't post jobs that you can't be responsive to. The reality is candidates aren't waiting around. And it does nothing to hurt you to go fishing for candidates, especially if you're a small business and limited candidate market.
Absolutely, Alex. Those are some practical and actionable steps. It really starts with a mindset shift to focus on the candidate's experience rather than just solving internal problems. Implementing simple tactics like autoresponders to acknowledge applications and ensuring that job postings are only made when there's capacity to respond and follow up can make a big difference. It's about respect and communication, both of which are key to maintaining a positive brand image and keeping the talent pool engaged. Great insights, Alex. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, let's wrap it there. Thanks, Tyler.
All right. Sounds good, Alex. Thanks for sharing your experience and insights. I think there's a lot for our listeners to take away from this discussion. And thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and join us next time for more valuable conversations. Take care.